Ellen DeGeneres has a knack for pulling gifted kids from obscurity and into the spotlight. From talented tap dancers to geography masters, she can spot stardom a mile away. Many of her most famous guests joined her show before they had even started kindergarten. These wunderkinds exhibited skills that would be impressive at any age, but Ellen consistently discovers amazing performers while they are extremely young. Ellen's show has been on the air since 2003 and has featured hundreds of kids over the years, which begs the question, where are they now? Anatomy kid Matthew Sawchuck wowed the crowds with his advanced knowledge of physiology, all gleaned from his mother's medical textbooks. From calling out Ellen on her crazy behavior to his in-depth knowledge of the human eye's functionality, he won over audiences all over the world. It turns out Matthew's affinity for anatomy has endured. Almost 15 years later, he is studying anatomy at college, with ambitions of becoming a medical professional someday, just like his mom. This girl from Baltimore, Maryland became a sensation after a video of her threatening a monster went viral. Though she was just 4 years old, Kassie made it apparent that a monster would have better luck picking on someone else. The preschooler had cleaned up her language by the time she was on Ellen's show, but her stance on defeating monsters was unchanged. She also expressed her desire to become a movie star. Now more than a decade has passed and Kassie is a high school student in Maryland, but she still wants to be an actress, and for Ellen to be her agent. Noah Ritter made a huge splash in 2014 for his adorable interview with a local reporter, in which he unleashed his catchphrase apparently on the world. At 5 years old, he brought his charisma to the Ellen Show, proving that apparently he was over his catchphrase and ready to be recognized for his wit and charm. After regaling the audience with a colorful description of his experience in kindergarten, it seemed that Noah had the star power to transcend his viral video fame. In fact, Ellen invited Noah back to be a regular correspondent less than a year later. This time his repertoire included faceplants, his fear of swimming, and his thoughts on pizza and video games. After witnessing his running monologue on the challenges of being 5, Ellen sent him to Hawaii to report back from paradise. Unsurprisingly, Noah was a natural. His antics included tribal drumming, a homemade volcano, and a full Hawaiian makeover, complete with temporary tattoos and hair dye. Audiences were so delighted with Noah's candid travel video that it catapulted him to further success. Ellen gave Noah his own segment on her program, The Noah Ritter Show, in which he interviewed Modern Family star Sophia Vergara about her accent, The Simpsons, and ducks. His notoriety as an entertainer only grew as he challenged Chris Pratt to a heated trivia challenge. Apparently, this appearance caught studio executives' attention, because soon he was enlisted to be a celebrity judge on ABC's The Toy Box. With 3 other child judges and Modern Family's Eric Stonestreet, Noah rates the viability of new toys and chooses one lucky inventor to have their toy produced and sold nationwide. It's been a crazy ride from cute YouTube video to celebrity judge, but it's hard to deny Noah always had the star power. In 2007, piano prodigy Emily Baer graced Ellen's show with her awe-inspiring talent. Though she had been playing the piano for less than a year and a half, she had the virtuosity of a classically trained master. From Mozart to jazz to an original song dedicated to Ellen, Emily proved that she was an exceptional 6-year-old on the piano. Barely a year had passed before Emily was back on Ellen, and that time she had garnered attention from many new fans, including George W. Bush and the Jonas Brothers. When she sat back down at the piano, her form had improved, and she had an even greater mastery of the instrument. After casually mentioning that she had written 126 original songs, she played a ballad that she had written specifically in honor of Ellen's wedding. The moment was especially poignant because DeGeneres' marriage to actress Portia de Rossi was somewhat controversial, and Ellen was visibly moved. After winning viewers' hearts with her talent and polite demeanor, she began a steady ascent as a successful musician. By age 11, she had already enrolled at Juilliard, earned the mentorship of Quincy Jones, and began to tour Europe. Now, in addition to a moderately popular YouTube channel, Baer is living in LA, writing and recording songs with legendary producer Dave Tozzer, whose past collaborations include John Legend and Beyoncé. Look for her upcoming music video for the song FOMO, in addition to major live performances at the Hollywood Bowl. His serendipitous rise to fame began as a total happenstance. A single photo of him bagging an item at Target went viral, with hundreds of thousands of individuals posing the question, "Who is Alex from Target?" Ellen sought to assuage the public's curiosity as she brought the high school student onto her show in 2014. Dressed in his trademark Target uniform, Alex revealed that he was a pretty normal 16-year-old, living in a Dallas suburb and trying to make a few bucks at an after-school job. Other than his dazzling smile and calm demeanor, the mystery of Alex's meteoric rise to success was never fully explained. Years later, he revealed how introverted he was and how overwhelming his overnight stardom quickly became. After hiring a manager, Alex began to retreat from the spotlight. He received threats from strangers on the internet, and some of his family's personal information was leaked online. Unfortunately, things only intensified for Alex in the coming months. His notoriety forced him to drop out of high school, and it was revealed that his manager had stolen more than $30,000 from his personal bank account. This all resulted in a much-needed break from social media. He re-emerged in 2017 to reveal a new persona, focused on fitness and pursuing an EMT certification so that he could become a first responder. In the end, Alex from Target was a cautionary tale about forcing kids into the spotlight against their will. Charice Pempengco was already famous in her native Philippines for an impressive talk show performance, so it wasn't long before Ellen got wind of her talent and flew her out to LA at the age of 15. Pempengco had never visited the United States and stumbled through her English interview, but the second Ellen handed her a microphone, it was obvious that she was something special. Her spectacular vocal runs and husky voice evoked the talent of a woman twice her age. Ellen told viewers that they were witnessing the beginning of a long, successful career, and she was right. Since 2009, Pempengco has released 5 studio albums under the name Charice, 3 of which have broken into the top 40. Pempengco even joined the cast of Glee for a season and has been featured in movies such as Alvin and the Chipmunks and Here Comes the Boom. In 2017, Pempengco announced that he identified as a man. Soon after, he changed his name to Jake Cyrus and began testosterone therapy. He released a statement that explained, "I am always thankful for the life of Charice that I experienced and the music that I shared, but that obviously belongs to her. It's not for me. I'm letting her go to be free." Though his announcement created some controversy, it hasn't dampened his career. His YouTube channel has more than 400,000 subscribers, with videos regularly getting between 15 and 30 million views. He's one of the celebrity judges on Asia's Got Talent and hopes to release a new album in early 2019. Sabre Norris won a surfing competition at age 11 in her native Australia, but it was a colorful news interview that brought her to the attention of Ellen DeGeneres. In the 1-minute clip, Norris rambled in a thick Australian accent about her love of donuts and her dad's weight problem. The antics continued on Ellen's show as she spoke about her intentions to buy a Hershey's Kiss the size of her head. The hyper-animated Australian became a regular on Ellen, serving as a correspondent for the Kids' Choice Awards and interviewing celebrities like Kevin Hart, Gwen Stefani, and Kel Mitchell. Though she is only 13, Sabre has amassed an enormous social media following. She has almost 600,000 subscribers on YouTube and just shy of 200,000 Instagram followers. In addition to her growing internet fame, Norris continues to surf and skate competitively. She has competed in the X Games and seems destined for success before she even starts high school. Macey Hensley was only 5 when she first visited Ellen's set. Her proclivity for US presidents began only a year earlier, but she could already sing the names of every president in chronological order, and had such a fixation with Zachary Taylor that she asked for a birthday cake with his visage. After rattling off facts on the Founding Fathers, Ellen gifted Macey with an Abraham Lincoln costume and a trip to the White House. This began a string of appearances in which Macey competed with Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda, and even met with President Obama. Her chat with the sitting president garnered more than 16 million views, and launched Macey to a new level of fame. 3 years later, Macey is still a regular guest on the show and gives lectures on presidents all over the country. Though she won't be eligible for another 27 years, Macey still intends to run for president herself. Nate Seltzer made his first appearance on Ellen at 4 years old with a world map drawn in magic marker. The crudely drawn picture didn't reveal much about Nate's geographical knowledge, but Ellen proceeded to give him a series of obscure world flags to identify. After acing every one, he repeated the feat, this time only with the country's shape for reference. Nate has been on the show several times in only 2 years, each time taking on a more difficult geographical challenge. On his next appearance, he identified cities, using only an aerial image of their grid plan. Following this appearance, he proved that he could recognize any body of water, no matter how small. Now Nate is 6 years old, and it seems like his career as a geographer is just beginning. Heaven King is one of the biggest stars to come out of Ellen's show, and she was first discovered at the tender age of 2. A video of her dancing with her mother to a Beyoncé video went viral, and Ellen had her on the show shortly after. She proved that the video was not a fluke after performing an involved dance routine, choreographed by her mom. This video made its way to Beyoncé, who was immediately converted as a fan, inviting Heaven to a concert and giving her VIP treatment. Over the next 3 years, Heaven and her mother became an even bigger sensation. They were featured in ad campaigns for Gymboree and Cheerios, and continued to release viral videos. Now as she enters elementary school, Heaven has more than 1 million YouTube subscribers and 835,000 Instagram followers. Whatever Heaven decides to do, it seems she is destined for greatness. Greyson Chance went from anonymous to a household name seemingly overnight. A video of him performing Lady Gaga's Paparazzi at a local talent show gained millions of hits in only 2 days. Greyson was sitting in math class when his mom called to inform him that Ellen wanted him on her show the very next day. In classic Ellen form, she surprised him with a call from his favorite artist, Lady Gaga. His reprisal of Paparazzi live on Ellen sealed the Oklahoma native's renown with the public. Celebrity endorsements from Ryan Seacrest and Ashton Kutcher followed, and rumors circulated that Chance had signed to Interscope Records. In the the end, Ellen created her own record label, specifically to produce Chance's music. He released several successful singles, and toured North America and Europe before releasing his first EP in August 2011. The album quickly reached the second rank on the iTunes charts behind Adele. The next 5 years brought a long string of singles and tours. None were as popular as his initial offerings, but Chance still maintained a strong fan base, particularly in Asia. In 2016, Chance came back on Ellen to promote his new EP. He was notably changed from the innocent 11-year-old who first graced her stage. Now Chance was 6'1" with a noticeably deeper voice. Though he continues to make music and television appearances and has a YouTube channel boasting more than 700,000 subscribers, Chance is currently attending the University of Tulsa and majoring in history. These British cousins were immediately iconic, with their pink tutus and tiaras. They visited Ellen's show in 2011 after a video of Sophia Grace singing Nicki Minaj's Super Bass went viral. To date, the video has more than 50 million views. As it turned out, the girls were also destined to become the most popular recurring guests in Ellen history. Their live collaboration with Minaj garnered more than 130 million views and is by far the most viewed video in the history of The Ellen Show. From this point on, the duo hosted their own recurring segment called Tea Time with Sophia, Grace, and Rosie. They had dozens of segments with guests such as Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, Hugh Grant, LL Cool J, Justin Bieber, and Reese Witherspoon. It soon became apparent Sophia Grace was the star, as she was asked to play the part of Little Red Riding Hood in the Disney film Into the Woods. However, during production, her parents pulled her out of the film, citing adult content. But it wasn't long before Sophia Grace landed another role, this time with her cousin in Sophia Grace and Rosie's Royal Adventure. In the years that followed, they have written 2 best-selling children's books and released dolls with their likeness. Separately, Sophia Grace has a YouTube channel with an astonishing 3 million subscribers. She posts everything from original music to unboxing videos and personal vlogs. It's safe to say that of all the Ellen alums, Sophia Grace and Rosie have capitalized on their success the most, before either of them even graduated high school.